Her lungs got affected and the doctors told her that get out of Delhi because Delhi was highly polluted. We made a greenhouse. That greenhouse grows 3,000 plants or vegetables. Delhi, we are selling vegetables worth 40,000 a month is 4,80,000 a year. So if I spend 6 lakhs, it's a capital cost. I have recovered it within 1.5 years.
We grew our own food, and what we couldn't grow, then we ensured that we got
There were
organic.
There were organic farms outside Delhi. We would get from them what we didn't grow. We are working. We are healthy. We are moving around. I am 80 this year.
I'm 71 this year.
My day starts with sunrise and it ends with sunset. And all day we are out busy with our plants, setting up things and working with that. Why we moved to aquaponics in 1998?
98. I was diagnosed with leukemia, a chronic leukemia.
Blood cancer.
And so then I had to go through chemotherapy, and I was being treated in All India Institute. And there they suggested that there was a Vaid who had helped some form of leukemia. Maybe I could consult him. So we went and met him. His medicine didn't help me, but we learnt one very important lesson from him. He said, it's very important that you should eat sattvic food. We said, what is sattvic food? Sattvic food is food that is organic, that is freshly prepared. So the ingredients are organic and you cook it fresh and eat it, because when you reheat food or you eat processed food, then that food becomes, the molecular structure of the food changes and it becomes poisonous or harmful to the body. So that's why we grew, as far as possible, we grew our own food. And what we couldn't grow, then we ensured that we got it from organic sources.
There were organic farms outside Delhi. We would get from them what we didn't grow. But we grew a lot of things we needed. It so happened that in 2010, eventually her leukemia was cured 2009 by a bone marrow transplant from her sister. So her lungs got affected and the doctors told her that get out of Delhi, in winter especially, because Delhi was highly polluted. We loved Goa, so our son then bought a house in Goa. He said, go and live there. So we came here in 2012? 13. But this is just a small villa in 180 meters, and around, as you can see, there's just a 10-foot patch. How much vegetables can you grow? So we set up a few beds around, but it's not enough, and then there's rain, and So when we went back, we discovered aquaponics. Now, aquaponics is aquaculture and hydroponics combined. Because see, both hydroponics and aquaponics, the wastewater is thrown out and pollutes the area. In aquaponics, what you do is you keep fish in a tank and you feed the fish. The water from the fish goes to a biofilter where the ammonia of the fish waste is converted by bacteria into nitrates and nitrites. That is pumped to plants grown hydroponically without soil. So they are in pots or they are pipes or they are, different. There are different systems. The plants take the nutrition, clean the water, it goes back to the fish. So it's a closed loop system. And it is only the fish waste that feeds the plants. But we have modified it with permaculture. Now you see, the idea is to live sustainably. So now we buy no fertilizer. The only thing we buy is neem oil for spraying against pests, and we buy mustard oil cake, which we use for making fish feed. We make the feed ourselves. And we grow 120 kilos of fish a year in Goa and in Delhi. Carp, rohu, in Delhi, rohu, katla, the carp varieties. In Goa, there are 3 fish tanks. We grow chonak, sea bass, and we grow carp.
And the taste of that sea bass, because it's organically grown, is far superior to what you get. What we are showing by example is that you can grow your own food wherever you live. So it depends on, you can do it in an apartment, on a small scale, in your balcony. We have balcony units, with pipes, with tars. You can grow your fresh greens on a slightly bigger space. You can grow it on your rooftop. You can grow on your terrace, you can grow in your back garden. So depending on the space you have, you can grow that. But the most important thing is you have to value the importance of growing your own food so that it benefits you. That's the most important thing.
and I can show you what we've done here, and in a limited space, so we can walk through. So this is aquaponics. We have one fish tank here. So it's got 100 sea bass chornock fingerlings, and there's one tank here and one tank at the back. The water from fish tanks goes out by these pipes, and from top it comes back here. The plants take the nutrition, it comes back to the fish. These pipes, the water is coming out from the fish tank, and here you can see it's coming here. From here, it's coming into a biofilter. So this is the filter, biofilter, water is coming here. There's aeration here. Oxygen is generated. So the fish waste, which is ammonia, gets converted to nitrates and nitrites. So it's a closed loop system. You feed the fish waste, ammonia comes into a biofilter, nitrates and nitrites are created, they are pumped up to plants, the plants take the nutrition, it goes back to the fish. And it works automatically, we have to do nothing, we just feed the fish twice a day and that's it. Here is water coming. This water is being pumped from the ground floor and is falling here into these pipes. So these pipes, the water goes around, and this then is an air-conditioned unit we have made. So this 8 feet by 10 feet area can actually grow 3,000 plants. You see, look at it. The roof is covered. There's air circulation. And now this is being powered by the solar. So the solar power powers the AC, and we grow the plants. The water comes from there. This now next week will all be planted and it'll go into production.
So we've planted fruit trees in second-hand drums, and we planted them all around on the sides. Now here, this is a lemon tree. It's full of lemons. Here's a curry patta. I can step out, pluck my curry patta. And this, look at it. It's full of figs. So this is a fig tree. We get a few figs every week. And this is a mulberry. It has small mulberries, but they're sweet and they're so tasty. I mean, this is a very interesting plant. It's a Barbados cherry. So they have little red cherries. I plucked a few just 2-3 days ago. Can't see them now. They look like cherries, but they're slightly sour. And on the outside, we've had now, it's summer, so we've almost finished. There's some tomatoes, lots of palak, spinach. We've had beans, we've had cucumber. I've got celery growing in between. So every day I get fresh celery.
Costing is simple. Like this Goa house is in 180 square meters. And it just has a 10-foot patch around, which is not much of a garden, it is just space. So at the back of the house, this is the terrace, second floor terrace. So we've covered this. And we made at the back there was a sloping roof. It's 12 feet by about 24 feet. We made a greenhouse. That greenhouse grows 3,000 plants of vegetables. So this greenhouse and the fish tanks on the ground floor and all these platforms outside. There's a 4-foot wide platform going around the second floor. And here we have fruit trees and 50 fruit trees in drums. Now the entire Goa unit cost us about 3 lakhs. About 2 lakhs initially to set up and another 1 lakh after of setting up all this. So 3 lakhs is the costing. Now what Aquaponics, what the FAO says, is that within 2 years you recover your capital cost. See, we produce 120 kilos of fish a year. Now if you value that at say 500 rupees a kilo, that's about 60,000. That's 60,000. So if I were to buy that fish and it's organic, so I would be buying 60,000 rupees worth of fish. So if I just consider fish produced, 3 lakhs, in 5 years, I've recovered my cost by the fish I'm producing.
Only the fish.
Only the fish. But along with this, we have 3,000 plants. So we're getting all the vegetables and we're getting all the food we need for our home, and extra we can even sell. We were doing that in Goa. The last few years, we haven't done that here. But in Delhi, now the Delhi home is an 800 yards plot. The total cost of the aquaponics there is about 6 lakhs over a period of 8 or 10 years. But now Delhi, we are selling vegetables worth 40,000 a month, is 4 lakhs 80,000 a year. So if I spend 6 lakhs, it's a capital cost. I have recovered it within 1.5 years, right? Plus, this is from sale. But what about what I'm eating, which I'll be buying, which is 100% organic? So there are two things. One is cost. But see, aquaponics is a capital cost. Once. A running cost is minimal. What is the running cost of aquaponics? Like now in Delhi, consider, we have a couple who looks after that. They also look after a house. They work in housework. They do a housework. How much time is required? Aquaponics is automatic. Watering is automatic, everything automatic. Now, in Delhi, we grow 15,000 plants. If you grow 15,000 plants in a farm, you would require a huge amount of labor.
And water.
But we just have one couple, and out of that, only he mainly works. And you need to spend maybe a couple of hours every day, that's all. Because the systems are automatic. So, like people ask that, if I want to set it up in my home, what can I do? How much time will it take? Once you set it up, it's just looking at it morning and evening. Like now here in Goa, we are not here all the time. We have a young, like now 6 months we are in Delhi. We have a couple who comes, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour in the evening. They look at the plants, that's it. The plants, it works by itself. They feed the fish. If
they check that the pumps are working.
They check that the pumps are working, water is working, and that's it. The investment is in ourselves. We have no investment elsewhere. If I have any money, I'll invest it in aquaponics to make it better. Like now we have solar, and here now we are setting up wind and water. So any extra money that we get is put back into aquaponics, because then we can expand it and we can earn from it. But see, what am I going to do with investments, and what do I know about investments? Why should I invest money in something to give me a return and put it somewhere? Why shouldn't I use the money for a better purpose? And the purpose is, like, if you can set up large-scale aquaponics, you can give free food for people, right? You only need that much. There's another thing. They don't know what to do. People retire. They have nothing to do. We have no time, actually. I mean, our day, someone says, what do you do? During COVID, the lockdown, for 2 years, we didn't move out of the house. So, and we had a temporary staff. We told them, please don't come into the house. We'll do our own work. So she used to do the cooking and I used to do the cleaning. And we used to work in aquaponics. So some friends of ours from Delhi, they asked us, it's terrible what's happened with COVID. We are stuck. So we can't go anywhere. We can't meet anyone. So they just asked me, what do you do? I said, we don't go anywhere. We haven't gone out of the house. My day starts with the sunrise and it ends with sunset. And all day we are out busy with our plants, setting up things and working with that. And we are busy. We are working. We are healthy. We are moving around. I'm 80 this year.
I'm 71 this year. Because we do our own work and we work with plants, work in nature. What could be better than that?